Okay, focus is on, audio is syncing. We're back. What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. This one, very excited for. Why, you may ask? Okay, so the most anticipated video of 2024. But hold on, you might think, oh Manny, but it's 2025 and we're a few weeks into this year now. 2024 is long gone, but it is the most anticipated video of 2024. Total lies, it's totally not. It's probably something that I'm most probably excited about. I love making these videos. I love making the videos of what's in my camera bag. When I go through my YouTube, even my own history, or my friends, my fellow subscribers, or people that I've subscribed to, fellow YouTubers and videographers and photographers, when they put a video up of what's in my camera bag, I'm on that. That's a watch now, that's a save to later, that's downloaded. I love watching these kind of videos, what's in my camera bag. I love to see what people create their videos with. That's what we're talking about today, but this time we're talking in this video what's in my camera bag, what I have been carrying over the past few months, probably into the year. I went through my videos over what I've made in the past weeks or months. 2024 I didn't make a video of what's in my camera bag, so I thought, why not make that today? Blast off 2025 with what's in my camera bag. Okay, so there's a whole lot of variety that I go through when it comes to carrying gear and stuff like that. I love buying gear. Obviously it's a really hit on the pockets of a creator, of a photographer, of a videographer. YouTuber is what I like to call myself. Going into videography and photography, that actually slowed me down. All of that gear on me, the Ronin, the gimbal, setting it all up, carrying all these screws and extra bits and stuff with me would actually slow me down. So what I did was I actually got rid of it, and I just used my camera and my lens and my GorillaPod and the rest of my lens and stuff like that, and that does the job for me. So I thought, what is the point of investing in more and more gear, and it's just lying there in the studio or at home or in another camera bag or whatever it is, and just collecting dust. So I got rid of it all, and it just kept the essentials. Okay, so what are the essentials, you may ask, that I carry around with me every single day to make these YouTube videos? These are the stuff that I keep with me. This is stuff that stays in my camera bag all the time. There are a couple of things, just one or two things that actually hop in and out of my camera bag for a very specific reason, and we'll get to that in a moment. But let's start with mainly my essentials that I go through on a day-to-day basis. Part of that being the camera, the lens and the mic that I'm using right now to make this video as well. So I'll go through that to start off with. Okay, so this is super sketchy. As you can see, this is how I basically make my video. This is how I make my YouTube video. So this is my Sony Alpha 7 Mark IV, which I purchased last year in 2023, I believe. Yeah, I purchased in the summer or August or September of 2023. I purchased and upgraded to the Alpha 7 Mark IV. It is a beast of a camera. It is 30 megapixel or so like that. It shoots 120p in full HD, which does the job for me. It shoots 24 frames per second in 4K, 60 frames per second in 4K. That is fab for me. Along with that, I'm at the moment using this mic. Pardon that, it's whatever. But at the moment I'm using this mic, which is the VideoMic Go, I believe. I switch between that. I've actually put that on for now because the VideoMic Pro is a bit too big, and because I was in London past few days, I was you know, shooting for multiple things and for myself as well, street photography and everything like that, and I needed some footage along with audio. So I put the VideoMic Pro away and I just went with this smaller mic because it just makes the package a whole lot smaller. Okay, along with that is my very favorite, probably my most used lens. That is the 24-70 2.8 Samyang lens. I bought this lens over about 2 years ago. It is absolutely incredible. I love this lens. It is the most versatile lens I have, the 24-70, which is, you know, all the focal lengths all in one. I use it for my vlogging, I use it for my videography, everything that I do. It's what I use this lens for. Everything, A to Z. It's mostly on the camera all the time. It stays on there with the filter on, which we'll get to in a sec. But this 24-70 stays on my camera all the time. I don't take it off because I can just switch it on. I can just switch on the camera and I can just start vlogging. I know the mic is on. It doesn't have a battery or anything like that, so I know that when I've switched this camera on, when it's on, I can record. Okay, coming to the filter that I have on this lens, I mostly have the Peter McKinnon I mostly have the Polar Pro filters on across all my lenses, and that is because they are trustworthy. Now these lenses cost hundreds, thousands of pounds, and you don't want to whack them against something accidentally. I'm quite good with keeping my gear in a good condition. I'm OCD, so I like to clean my gear out. I like to keep it in a good condition. I like to make sure that it is safe, it is clean, and the lens cap is on and it is put away once I'm done with it. So all these filters are just there to protect it, that little bit of not getting scratches on the actual glass of the lens. That's what these filters are there for, which is absolutely sick. I love this. It always stays on the lens to prevent scratches or dust particles getting into my lens and damaging the lens itself. If I know that if this filter is on the lens, there's no scratches on the glass of the lens itself, and that's what it is good. It is there for. That's the whole purpose of it. Okay, and with that being said, let's go through the rest of the gear that I carry with me in my camera bag. So, another set of lens. Right, the beast, the B-roll king, the 85mm 1.4. This stays with me all the time. This is absolutely incredible. Again, Polar Pro filter always on, like I said, almost all my lens. This I use mostly for B-roll. It comes out of the camera bag and it always, well, it lives in my camera bag. This stays with me all the time. This 85mm was one of the first lenses that I ever bought. I cleared out my entire salary of a month to get this lens. I knew I wanted it because it is absolutely incredible. The 1.4 aperture on the 85mm, it's incredible. It gives you lovely bokeh. It's really good in low light because it's a 1.4. The 85mm, I've used it across the margin of my photography and videography, not just to get B-roll but portraits, landscapes. The most pictures that I've probably captured is on this 85mm up until now, and it's still in mint condition considering that was one of the first lenses that I bought, which was now 3-4 years ago. Okay, number 2 is we have here the Samyang 50mm. I love this lens. It's such a cutie pie. It's small, it's a little stubby little thing, and you know, even the iris on this thing, you can see it is so, if it focuses there, yeah, y'all look, it's so small. It's just a cute little stubby little lens. It's a 50mm 1.4. This from Samyang. This is version 2 of it. Fairly cheap lens because it's a third party. It's not from Sony, but I have this with me because it's a 1.4, and again, all the pictures that you mostly see across the board of thumbnails, again, portraits, because it's been a 50mm, I take pictures of landscapes, and you know, when I go into London and stuff like that, this helps a lot. Being a 50mm so short and so stubby, so small. It just basically takes up very minimal space in my camera bag, so it basically just stays in there all the time. The spot where this is kept, I substitute this between another lens, which actually I don't have with me. It's actually in my camera case, which is in a very special spot. Stays away from my everyday mess around me, away from work, away from office, and it's somewhere secure. It's actually a 24mm 1.4, and that 24mm is just there for low light photography or videography or vlogging. It's a 1.4, which means that it lets a lot of light in. I'm a great fan of that, in case you ain't realized. I love the 1.4 across the board, specifically because it lets a lot of light in. So anyway, yes, so that 24 substitutes between this, but mostly this is kept with me all the time because, like I said, I have the 20-40-70, which I'm filming on right now. This is on the 24mm at the moment, and that's why I keep it on, because it gives me that just about enough sort of focal length. It's not so, you know, punched in. I can do that if I want to. I can just zoom out again, there you are, and keep zooming in if I want something really close in, product shot or anything like that. But this 24mm just is perfect for me, and that's why I mostly keep it with me, and I mostly vlog on this 20-40-70 because of the versatility of it. Okay, one of my favorite accessories, the GoPro 11. This is just over a year old, and I just carry this around with me. I've shot so much on this with my kids, you know, messing around at home, when we go on these little kiddie parties and stuff like that. You know, it's not intimidating. If you want to get some BTS, you know, and you're going into this kids parlor or, you know, or something like that, or you want to just take this into work, it's not intimidating for people to see this small little thing. I carry quite a big rig, so, you know, the A7, the 20-40-70, the GorillaPod, the mic, and it can be sometimes a little bit intimidating. I could also be a little bit afraid or shy as well from carrying this thing around, because it draws a lot of attention as well. Like, I do sometimes get people looking at me in a weird way, keep staring at me, and that kind of you know, makes me a bit shy for whatever reason, or, you know, a bit scared to take out my camera and start shooting. So something like this in my camera bag, which is the GoPro 11, it really helps. I just capture some BTS, simple things around the house if I need to, quick thumbnails, and it's really wide as well, so it helps with, I think it's got 16-34 or 16-36 mil in there as well. It's got telephoto in there. It's very versatile. Also the screen at the back, you can see what you're doing, so it ticks all the boxes for me. You know, it shoots 4K, it shoots 30 frames per second, 24 frames per second, it shoots 120 as well, so it ticks a lot of boxes. I even once mounted it to the pickup truck. The footage from that was sick. That video was really good. Those few little clips, it just helps. So that's why this is one of my favorite things in my camera bag. You can mount these little twigs at the bottom, and you got accessories like I do here. Hold on. So this thing here is the adapter for it. So this actually the dentist doesn't recommend, but it's actually to be hold in your mouth. I believe that up here is just too high. Down here, if you've, you know, it kind of gives like a very weird view of what you're doing. So I think in the mouth, like here is like the best spot for this to be mounted on. So you just put this adapter in your mouth there, and you just mount this thing on it, and it gives you, I think, is the best point of view when you're using a GoPro 11. So you can buy one of these from GoPro itself. I believe that's where I got it from, or maybe eBay or Amazon or something like that, I can't remember, but it's officially from GoPro. So if you do these kind of things, also I have like the suction cup and other mounts as well, because that is something that you need when you have a GoPro. You need a number of mounts because you don't know what you're going to run into to mount this thing, to get optical vision, optical you know, views from different angles and stuff like that, which is why this is so good. So where places where your big camera cannot go, this can go. There we are. Okay, my aperture light. This is incredible. I love this thing. I hope it's not dead because I have not charged it. Whoop. Ah, here we are. See, this is sick. If you need that extra, just that little light, I used to have it when I used to film in this studio back in the days. Let's just keep it here and see how much better this video just looks. I'm looking at myself in the screen right now and just using this light aperture, you know, and like 3200 Kelvin. That's what I normally keep it on. It's got 64% on the battery anyway. So if we just keep it, look how much softer it just looks. So I just love this light. I used to use it a lot when I used to shoot in this room here because it's very white. So this used to give a very good glow in some of the videos that I've done in the past in 2022 and 2023 when I was I would say probably at the peak of making these videos at every other week. My aperture light, this is sick. It stays with me in my camera bag as well. It goes with me everywhere I go, wherever I shoot, whatever I shoot, it stays with me. I always keep it with me. That's the whole purpose of it. Okay, off. This is a little pouch I got from eBay. It's been with me for a number of years. I just love the color of it because I'm OCD and it just matches the rest of the stuff that is in my bag that is also kind of red and black. But this just has basically all the little cables in there that I like to keep so that my bag doesn't look messy. That's the only point of this. It just has all these little cables in there. That's all. It just keeps everything tidy because I'm a little OCD. When I say a little, I mean a bit too much. Alright, my filter pouch. I love this thing. It's from Gomatic. I pulled the trigger and I bought one of this. I'm glad I did. It stays at the very bottom, the base of my camera bag. And you might be thinking, no, but oh my god, it's got all the filters in there, it's got all the glass, it's full of glass, it's padded very well. It just opens up like a little book and you can just place all your filters in there. Absolutely incredible. It's so sick. I love it. And last but not the least, the camera bag itself. I am rocking the Loewe Pro version 1. I love this bag. It's got a hard shell at the top. I don't really open the top anyway. I just like to know that everything in here is safe. It just looks very rugged. Look at it. It just looks like a combat bag. I just feel like, you know, I'm gonna jump out a chopper with an AK-47 and just affiliate people that are doing bad things. That's how I feel when I wear this bag. And that more or less concludes the video of what's in my camera bag. Hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you very soon. Peace.